good morning. This morning I wish to continue with the poetry of Francis Ledwidge. Now, maybe it is that we would never have known of that wonderful young poet if it had not been for his patron, Edward Plunkett, Lord Dunsany. Lord Dunsany was also his commanding officer in the Enniskillen Fusiliers, and Dunsany published 4 collections of poetry by Francis Ledwidge. The last one was called Last Songs, many of which were written in Derry or in France or in Belgium. Dunsany published it just 2 months after the death of the young poet, while he himself was still serving on the Hindenburg line. And in the introduction he wrote about war. Dynasty shook the earth, and the war, not yet described by any man, revelled and wallowed in destruction all around him. And Francis Ledwidge stayed true to his inspiration, as his homeward songs will show. And the poem I wish to read for you this morning is from that collection. It's one of the last poems that Francis Ledwidge wrote while stationed here in Ebrington in Derry, and it's simply called Ireland. I called you by sweet names, by wood and linn. You answered, not because my voice was new, and you were listening to the hounds of Finn and the long hosts of Lug. And so I came unto a windy height, and cried my sorrow, but you heard no wind. For you were listening to small ships in flight, and the wail on hills behind. And then I left you, wandering the war, armed with will from distant goal to goal, to find you at the last free as of yore, or die to save your soul. And then you call to us from far and near, to bring your crown from out the deeps of time. It is my grief your voice I couldn't hear in such a distant clime.